He farted.
The hadith says lahu durat. You know what durat is? Durat is runs, and as he's running, his fart comes out. Lahu durat. I'm not making this the hadith. So that shaitan made me do sin. Get up. Yeah, just get up. Just give the adhan. Right? That shaitan, you're gonna make him leak some serious gas. Serious gas. He won't be coming near you for some time. Now don't feel bad about, you're a human being end of the day. Serious brothers, sisters. You're a human being end of the day. If he knocked you down once, you knock him down 3 times. And listen to the ahadith, like what the deen is about. The deen is about getting the shaitan away from you. So you go into the toilet, Bismillahi Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min al-khubuthi wal khaba'is. So Allah protect me from these devils. You go in there with your left foot. The left foot you went in, you get a reward for that. The dua you said, shaitan will not see you. You're in the toilet, shaitan can't see you anymore. It's in a hadith, right? If you don't say the dua, what happens is the shaitan not only comes inside, but the hadith of Tirmidhi says he plays with your bowels. He plays with the bowels. So you're inside there, you're thinking you're going to be out there in 5 minutes. He's taking you 20 minutes and you're still not halfway there. You know why? Because shaitan is going like that.
The hadith says.
The hadith told you. The hadith says to us. The hadith plays with your bowels. Yal'abu, he plays with the bowels. So you see.
So brother, are you listening, brother? Shaitan play with your bowels, brother. Muhammad. Who said that? Muhammad. That is Islam. Islam is about playing either in the vagina or in the anus, either now or in the hereafter. When you are in the bathroom, brother, if you don't say this prayer, brother, shaitan, he will attack you in the bathroom and he will go inside your anus. Where Muhammad got this from? Can you tell this guy is a scam? Can't you tell he's making fun of you, you idiots? Can't you see it? Are you out of your mind? How dumb are you? And when you pray shaitan, he fart? Are you stupid? Brother, why he will fart? Because he don't want to hear the adhan. That's deep. But nobody hear his fart. And the purpose of the fart is to overcome the sound by a sound. So it should be from the same kind of sound. That is deep. Anyway, Sahih is waiting for long, so let us give him the mic and we continue. The mic is yours, Sahih.
Thanks, CP. I want to ask Lawbreaker. Lawbreaker, you keep saying like these arguments you bring are lame and childish. And the other one you wrote is you don't know nothing about Islam. Lawbreaker, this guy, he's an Arab guy. He's an Arab. He knows how to read and write Arabic. That's his language, like normally, that's his first language. And you're here saying that he doesn't know nothing about it. Doesn't that sound weird and funny and stupid? I mean, look at this situation. I was talking about this before, guys. Look at the place of a Muslim. Look at where this guy is. He's at a point where, and it's so bad to the point where he doesn't even know what yusalli means, CP. That's how bad it is. What are you following this religion for, Lawbreaker? What do you have to do with this? It has to be because of the penis and vagina stuff, because I can't understand why you would follow something like this. He told you that, a man, Allah sent Muhammad Muhammad was the weakest amongst all men. And I know you know this because CP, at first I was thinking that this guy doesn't know Arabic and they told him a bunch of garbage and he's believing it and he's not accepting what you're saying it says because, typical Muslims, they just accept whatever Muslims tell them. But I saw something. You said about the shaitan farts when Muslims pray. He agreed to it. He didn't argue with it. So he's a guy with a low like morality, sense of right and wrong, and what to accept and what to think is stupid and dumb. You know, he's saying, yeah, well, the jinn, they can do things. He agreed with it. So it's not like you're telling him and he's listening to it and it sounds stupid and he's going to say, no, it's stupid. If you're like that in your brain, you're going to accept it. And that's what this guy's doing. That's what Lawbreaker is doing. I mean, like I said, it's so bad to the point where he doesn't even know what yusalli means. He doesn't know what sallallahu means. Sallallahu means God praise. You like it, you don't like it. Lawbreaker. I'm saying he's misinterpreting the message. How do you know? How do you know that? Well, the hadith says. What do you mean, isn't it obvious? The hadith says you're going to go to heaven, you're going to have, women are going to have breasts, you're going to have an endless. How is he misinterpreting that? Explain it to me. How he's misinterpreting that? Like, how do you make them, the same thing, CP, when you give them, you know, when you show them a hadith in Sahih al-Bukhari, and it sounds very stupid, and the first thing that comes to their mind is to deny it. And then you show it to them, and then they say it's weak. Which means they are accepting that it's in Sahih al-Bukhari, but they're saying that it's weak, it's not good, which we already know that even weak pass as true. But let's say they say that it's weak and it's false. You know, like for example, any stupid hadith that makes Muhammad sound like Muhammad is speaking to, when he's going to pray, a rock says to him, Salam alaikum, every day when he goes to pray. A rock is telling him, Salam alaikum. Let's say you show that to a Muslim, and then he says, oh, that's weak hadith. But he has it in Sahih al-Bukhari. I just want to know, why Sahih al-Bukhari, if it's weak and it's something that is stupid and dumb, why would he put his name on it? Why would he even put it in a book? You guys, you accept what Sahih al-Bukhari says, like most of it, and the ones that are really dumb, you don't want to accept it, that's fine. But if you're saying that even he doesn't accept it, why is he putting it in his book? Why would he put that, if the hadith about Muhammad, a Jewish guy, he took hair from the ass of Muhammad, and he put it on a comb with some dates, and he started controlling Muhammad for 6 to 10 months, a year, or up to 2 years even, some Muslims say. They say that's false, and then they say, okay, why Sahih al-Bukhari, he is putting his name on it? Why would you put something that filthy and low-class trash about your prophet, if it's fake, to even put it in there? Just don't even put it in there. You know? And one more thing before I leave the mic, Lawbreaker, I just want to make sure you can hear me. Can you hear me? I want to ask you something. Are you there? Because in the beginning, he kept saying, yes, unfortunately. Yeah, in the beginning, you kept saying that CP is a fruitcake. Right? You were saying fruitcake. I think that's the words you were using. You know, I want to ask you something, Lawbreaker. The one who colors his hair red and his beard red, eyeliner 3 times a day, and he pushes penis between his legs, and he pee like a woman, is he a fruitcake? No, that's not a fruitcake for you, right? So I think fruitcake for you and fruitcake for us, it's something different, man. Like Muslims, they always say gay, this, that. You know, for us, a man who dresses in his wife's clothes and he colors his hair red and his beard red and he wears eyeliner and he sit and he pee, and the Muslims agree with this, if that's not a fruitcake for you, then I don't know. You know, I think me and you, we have the wrong idea of fruitcake. You know, in Christianity, a man, he can't even have his hair long. In the Bible, in the Old Testament, it says you can't dress like a woman. You can't wear women's clothes. You can't wear your wife's clothes. You know, but I wanted to ask him about something about the Word of God, CP, but I don't want to change the Because I always like to ask a Muslim, and I think this is a good question. I always ask a Muslim, is the word of God God, or it's somebody else? The word of God is not God? Lawbreaker? No. I'm talking about the word of God. No. I'm talking about the word of God.
Yes, sir.
The Quran has the word of God, right? No, I'm talking about the words in the Quran. That's the words of God, right? Is it the word of God? The Quran, the words in the Quran, that's the word of God? So that's God talking to you? It's not God. That sounds really weird. Anyway, I pass the mic. The word of God is not God, guys. That sounds very weird. Go ahead, free mic.
Oh, he just changed his mind. Is it God or not? Lawbreaker. Is it God? Is the Quran of God? Is it God or no? Is the word of God is God or no? Make it clear. Make a sentence. The word of God, command or not, the word of God, is it God or not? The word of God, is it God or no? No, thank you very much. And who is the one who created the word of God? Is the word of God created? Yes? That's me. You are not a Muslim. Thank you very much. You are out of Islam. If you go Saudi Arabia now, they will execute you. Anyone who's saying that the word of God is created is not a Muslim. I can show you tons of Muslim fatwas. All Muslims around this earth agree that the word of God is not created. That's not true. This is what Islam. This is not Islam. I don't know what your religion is. I have no idea what your religion is. No Muslim believe in this garbage you say. For me, I believe that the word of God is God, yes. But for you as a Muslim, you don't believe in that. God is not created. Is the word of God created? No. Is kids? Show me a proof. You see, Lawbreaker, you are like a kid. Can you show me a proof? Here we go. Nightmare. You see, Nightmare is a Muslim. You say no. You say yes. So you Muslims, what kind of Muslims you are? How come Muslim they say no, and you say yes? Tom. Let us see this guy who have a small one. Tom. Is the word of God created? Created? Okay, can you show me a reference? I challenge one Muslim, any Muslim can show me a proof that Muslims believe that the word of God is created. It's a challenge. If you don't, it means you are a false Muslims. And if you ask me for the same challenge, I can show you tons of reference that Muslims believe that the word of God is not created. You see, we are not like you who make speeches for nothing. In Google, if the word of God is created or not, I will search his according to Islam. One of the most famous popular Islamic website, and the fatwa number there. Just to expose, to get all the Muslims get busted for what their lies here. Is the word of Allah started, and it is not created. Page there is just to show you reference and prove it to you. Muslim lie. Why you Muslims a bunch of liars? dignity? He said it's not. Okay, what about the rest nightmare? Why the Muslims are saying no? Why they are lying? Because that's very embarrassing. For now, we have a three divine. We have Allah as divine. We have the words of God as divine. And we have the knowledge of God as divine, but they are not Allah. The knowledge is not Allah. The word is not Allah. And they are not created by Allah. So who is the one who created them? So now we have three uncreated individuals. We have Allah, we have His words, and we have the knowledge. Three uncreated, eternal, divine, separated, not united. So who are they? Three, not one. So you Muslims are the one who believe in three, not the Christians. The Christian believe in Trinity, which is one God. You Muslims, you have a three divine. They are not united. They are separated, and they are uncreated, and they are holy. Three holy divine Muslims they believe in, and yet they want to fool us and they want to say we have one God. The mic is yours, Steve. Any Muslim want to speak, put your hand up and you are more than welcome. Where is Steve?
Thanks, CP. It's truly nauseous, isn't it, when normal, decent people with morals see the likes of Lawbreaker, see his text and hear him on the mic. Now, he has no idea how corrupt he is. No idea, because to him, his corruption is normal. Totally normal. Obviously, if he knew how corrupt he was, he's trying to get people to become Muslim. If he knew how corrupt he was, he would try and make an effort to hide it. He wouldn't be trying to flaunt it, would he? But yet, Lawbreaker flaunts what a weak, totally filthy, corrupt pervert he is. He can't help himself. Now, this is the thing, folks. Well, don't forget, Muslims major in recruiting initially when they move into a country. Muslims major in going to places where they can find people that are already like them. They concentrate on street gangs, mentally insane people, and in prisons. In prison, they find people that are already Muslim, basically, already criminals. Now remember, the likes of Lawbreaker, what does he find before he embraced Islam? What would he have found in normal society? If he opened his mouth, what would happen? If he was in a bar and people started seeing what corrupt, depraved filth he is, what would happen? People would move away from him. People would see what he was and be disgusted. He would feel inferior. He is inferior, and yet he boasts in it in his ignorance and foolishness. But hang on, where can he be sick, depraved, perverted filth? Who can he join where he can not only be sick, foul, depraved, evil, lying filth, but he can boast in it like he does in here. He can embrace Islam. Then he has the huge backing of other weak, low-life, sub-human filth. That's why you perverted to Islam, Lawbreaker. You were attracted by the corrupt nature of Islam because that is your nature. And it is almost impossible to comprehend in CP's room, isn't it, folks? That the likes of Tom Tom, Lawbreaker, will come in here and actually